Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a review of Cascadia Junior by AEG and Flat Out Games. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out our how to play and playthrough. This is for 2 to 4 players ages 6 and up, 15 to 30 minutes to play. And it's based on the more complicated version, the original Cascadia. So we'll give an overview, and then we'll give
our rating.
We won't give the rating yet. We'll go over what we think about it, and then we'll give our rating.
Oh, okay.
So this is the setup. You have markers here so that when you get 3 animals in a pattern, you mark them, and then you take one of these tokens. So the object is to get the most pine cones. So an animal could be worth 1 or 2 pine cones, but you won't know how much it's worth until the end of the game. You have markers here, tokens for the habitats. So you start out with 23 tiles in a 2-player game, and then when I show you this chart here, you'll play with more tiles depending on the number of players. So we each get 1 tile each, and then you show, we'll be drafting from a group of 2, and we'll be adding to our habitat and animals here. And we're only going to be adding 11 tiles. There'll be 1 tile left over that we don't use. So you have the elk, the fox, the hawk, bear, and salmon. Anytime we get any one of these animals in a pattern of 3 adjacent, you take one of the tokens and you mark it. And then at the end of the game, you look to see if you have at least 3 of the habitats in a pattern. They can be a group of 3, 4, or 5. If they're a group of 3, 4, or 5, you take 1. So if I have, let's build something here. Here we go. So at the end of the game, I have 3 4s together. I would take 1. If I have 4 or 5, I still only take 1. If I have at least 6 that are adjacent, I'll take 2. So let's just do a little demonstration here. Julie will go first. Okay, now there is a B side that you can play a little complicated version. So if you're playing with this side, you'd have to have your animals in a particular pattern. So I'm going to show those right now. And so you don't have to play this version. But this is like the more complicated version where you have to get the salmon in a C pattern. So at some point, if Julie were to do this, that's in a C pattern. And she would take the 3, this is for children to help them show that, oh, I got 3 in that pattern. I mark it. You take a salmon here and you add it to your board. Now Julie's side of the board doesn't have the scoring on it, so you can play either side. It doesn't matter. That's just a reminder. And then I would go, but she's got a couple turns extra here. But the point is, if it was like this though, she wouldn't be able to score it because it's not in this pattern. But if you were playing the A side, then it wouldn't matter if it's in that C pattern or not. And again, it can be rotated like that. I mean, it does, as long as it's a C. So you keep on playing until we've added 11 tiles. Then at the end of the game, we look at our habitats. Do we have at least 3, 4, or 5 that are adjacent to each other? And you can have multiple ones. I could have 3 4s here and 3 4s here, and I would take 1 for each. And if you have 6 or more, you take 2. And then you turn them all over, and you count your pine cones. The ones with the most pine cones win. And if you tie, you share the victory. Now, you could have a variant. Whoever has the most tokens can break the tie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go over what we think. Is it a fun game to play?
Yes, I think it's very fun.
It's just as fun as the regular Cascadia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depending on how complicated you want to make it.
Right.
The theme, it's a very pleasant theme.
Yeah.
You feel like you are in the wilderness
Yep.
in the northwest of the United States. The art is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you saw the animals here. Great art.
Well, even on here, the art is really pretty.
Even on the tokens, it's nice and cute. The components are decent quality. So this is a laminate finish. It doesn't have to be thick. The tokens are a decent thickness.
Mm-hmm.
They're appropriately thick for a children's game. They will last over time.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and chunky. Complexity is great that they have 2 versions. You can play the A sides where you just got to get 3 animals. It doesn't matter if it's grouped like this or in a straight line. Or you play with the pattern one. So when a child is ready for a more complicated version, you turn them over. And then when they get
really into it,
compared to the original, if you're not aware, See, this has the animals pre-printed on it. In the original, you're drafting animals and tiles. And with this being 2 double tiles, it removes a lot of the analysis paralysis. And then with the animals, you have even more complicated patterns. And there's a lot more reading involved. So this is just the right amount of complexity for this age level. I'm really impressed at how they did it, especially with the 2 versions that you can play. Playing time, yeah, 15 to 30 minutes. That's definitely... Now, the setup time is annoying.
Yes.
They should have had trays for the tokens, like other game companies do, where you have... At least these tokens should be in a tray, where I don't have to set them up every time. So the setup is annoying. That's a negative for me. Would you agree?
I agree. Yeah.
So I already said the age and audience is appropriate, design and mechanics is appropriate, well done introductory game, and we like to play it as adults.
Oh yeah.
If we don't want to play we don't want to think too hard, we'll play this one over the Cascadia. Learning the rules is easy. The rule book is well done, although they do have some emphasis techniques that they could have done here to make things pop better. When you have paragraphs grouped like this, they could have emphasized some keywords. But it's got good examples. It's well laid out. And it has, now this is the educational part, does include some facts here.
That's awesome. I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, rule book is well done, but it could have did some better emphasis techniques. Educational merit, if you're doing a unit on wildlife, there's not much, it's just enrichment. There's not much academic connections to this. Other than math, you could, and building patterns. So there's more math connections to this than there is wildlife connections. This would inspire a child to maybe want to learn more about it. Other than that, you won't necessarily use it for science, but you might use it more for math.
Okay.
And just gameplay in general is great for children, young children, to learn how to take turns and pay attention to the rules. All right, so what would we rate this?
I would say, gosh, I'm torn between a 7 and an 8. I'd say 7.
Okay, I'd agree, a 7. So this is a children's game that will go in our main library that we won't mind playing as adults.
Nope.
And like I said, if we don't feel like playing a more complicated version, we don't have the energy to play this one, we'd play this. And if anything, if someone's not used to drafting, because you remember, you got to draft the animal and the tile, and it can get...
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's not used to that, you start with this.
Oh, definitely.
Then you can graduate to that.
Yeah, I agree.
So good job on this one. I highly recommend this for any parent.
Yes.
And if you're an adult that just likes to play simple games that work well, it's worth getting for that reason too.
If they had the little holders David was talking about, you could even make this like a filler game because it's already set up in a sense.
Yeah.
Then you could play it real quick, but it's just setting it up as a pain in the neck.
I think that's an Achilles heel with this game somewhat, that you can see a parent not wanting to deal with that if their child, let's play, and they don't want to deal with the setup. They may go with another game. They don't feel like dealing with that. So hopefully in a future edition, they come up with an organizational tray. And if they did that, it'd probably go up to an 8 for me, because I can see on the shelf looking at this going, I don't want to deal with setting it up. But we're adults. If you're dealing with, if you're tired and dealing with a kid, who's, you might want to play something else over it.
I could see though a parent with a young child getting an organizer like from Michael's or Hobby Lobby to make their own little thing to make it easier.
Yeah, if you can fit it in the box, you'd have to get an organizer. They do exist. So that's my only negative. Should have had an organizer, but I know they're trying to keep the price low.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, you guys. We hope this was fun for you, and we'll see you in the next video.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye.